Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as we face off against somebody who's really upset at seeing us. Really upset, and I don't actually know what I will do. We can't heal, and we could try this. That leaves us with 20 action points, which then allows me to use that, and then not much else. Let's try this, and hopefully that will kill the spellcaster. That's lucky. I don't know where I want to go. I don't know which one is the right choice. I'm betting it's this one. Oh, so lucky. Please don't kill me. Ah, come on. That was so lucky. Okay, get me. Actually, I might as well use these. We're still in combat. Can I recharge stuff in combat? Suppose I can. I can turn that off as well. And I'll flee. What can we do? Oh, we won. Wow. That was such a really difficult battle. I don't even... What would you... Like, grenades are very powerful. I'm wondering what you would do normally to get past that. For sure, grenades are very powerful. What do you have? Intimidation is increased. This baton. A giant mace made out of many bones and teeth tied and glued together. It's unreasonably heavy. It is indeed, but also knuckle bone dice over here. Set of dice made from what seems to... That combo shouldn't be there. A set of dice made from what seems to be cut and sharpened human hand bones. In a game that tends not to have comas, those comas in the wrong place are particularly not okay. Okay. Got more things in here. Man, there's probably gonna be more enemies in there for sure. Oh, I'm slow. I'm slowed. I did have to use powerful potions. Yeah, powerful drugs, and I had to use. So we're regenerating, right? Yeah. And I had to use shield, and then I think the only thing that I ended up not using was the very expensive psychotemporal contraction. And I think it's expensive because it balances. It's probably balanced for characters who are ranged characters, or rather, you know, firearm users, but also have magic abilities, because that is a very powerful ability because it's free, and if you don't use mana anywhere else, it is a very powerful ability. Because the only downside of it is that it does use mana. A lot of mana, 60 something. Okay. Oh, that's just fish. Some milk. Good, give me the milk. Okay. Some eyes and all that other stuff. I'm mostly looking for experience, really. For oddities, and they do show up. Oh, they show up. We're almost leveled up. Can't wait, because one of the things that we're gonna do is get our mechanics up, and I think it's gonna be enough to get ourselves the oh, the throwing net. I didn't need it to get ourselves the I turned the throwing net into a stuff. Get ourselves a stealth cloak or cloaking device or whatever. Nothing here. Lots of pots. What's that? It's a giant hatchet fish. Yeah, we've been finding those for a while. Okay, so we come here. This is worrying. That doesn't get me access. Well, Let's get that out of there. And our bike is very broken. And I do need to go to the other side of the passage because there's things that I need to collect. There's people that I've killed, and I must collect their loot. Bloated Greater Siphoner. What happened? What is going on? I don't know. Why can't I attack? Oh, I don't have enough action points. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. I really shouldn't have done that in that order, but I really should get into the habit of using the premeditation for the psychotemporal thing, because that's how you... Oh, there's another one. That's how you get the cheap stuff. Oh, as it turns out, I don't need to attack. These bison are all over the place, but the bison bulls are the ones that are aggressive. Can't do that. Okay. Not okay, but it will allow me to cast this again. There's an Endar up there. Bison bulls aren't attacking. Really weird. This Endar is attacking. Okay, let's see what I can do with this. Oh, I can get myself into a lot of trouble, as it turns out. Yeah. Now everything wants me dead. Really, what would have happened if I had let it just aggro by itself? I mean, this is gonna be a lot of dead bison. Oh, that little one is going away. Okay. They're all lining up for the slaughter. Yeah, they are. So let's start off by that, because that will get you. And let's just come back over here, because I want to use a certain ability on you. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. Please don't step on that. The order of their turn is making... Oh, you jerk. It's making things a little bit more complicated. Well, I guess Fireball is going to work then. Hopefully. I think I will still move over here or over there or something. Let's do Fireball right there. Please don't miss. I did not. And the Bison Bull is on fire. Another thing that I probably should have done is that thing that makes me walk. Oh, these things hurt. They damage me a lot. Oh, that's some damage. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is very dangerous. As it turns out, I should not have underestimated them. Even though it is very easy to just, you know, get into the scrap jet and start killing them because they can't do anything. In fact, that's probably what I should be doing, but I'm at a little bit of a loss. There's another thing that I can do. No, that's stupid. What I thought I was looking at is, yeah, I don't know why this siphoner is here. I think it has a cow inside it. Doesn't it look like that's the case? Yeah, I'll just kill them. What I thought I was doing, I thought I was casting that thing that makes them... makes doppelgangers show up. I don't remember what that ability is called. It looks like that's the one, but that's just the thing that builds copies of yourself. Okay, you need to die, though. And while I'm at it, I might as well do this. And I do this. We're gonna go through our psi very fast. The hope here is just basically to make sure everything's all right, because I think I can do this off camera, because once the danger is gone, it's just gonna take a long while, because they do die. They take a while to die. Aha! I knew there was gonna be some danger. I don't know where it is, but it is. Uh-huh. Okay. And you're dead? Good. And what else I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here, and just so that the combat ends, because I think that's how the combat ends. Because I think it's still a better strategy to just stay there in that little patch of land. Also, this is a good way for me to regenerate. I'm not regenerating. I am now. I think I killed them all. I believe I have. Apart from the little bisons, because they tend to flee a lot. Yeah, this is a weird battle. It's not, yeah. It's not engaging. It's really easy, because you're coming in on... I think you're necessarily coming in on a, on a jet ski, on a jet bike, or whatever that's called. Scrap jet, that's the one. You're necessarily doing that, and, it's just super easy to get back on the ship. So it takes a long while, though, so that's why I cut it out. There's no need to get ourselves through that. It took me a while, though. It's just going back and forth. And yeah, you see how long it takes for these bison calves to make their way up to me? Yeah, imagine, you saw that. I'm saying imagine that. No, you don't need to imagine, you saw it. And honestly, these ones are also... I'm done. I am very much happy with not fighting them again. Just a lot of... Oh, yeah, there's more of them. It's a lot of this grass. It's just basically a pasture. Yeah, there's more of them still. Down with you. With a critical. It was not to be. That was the critical. Okay. No spiders or anything, so just good things. These guys don't have anything. And the enemies. I think this one burned over here. I didn't come back here to fight them. There's really no need to get too deep into the fight. And if you do, you're gonna get killed. As I did. Some olivine over there that really doesn't matter. And these guys don't matter either. What else do we have? We have somebody over here. A little bit of healing. I will take that. Oh, and the bloated greater siphoner. What the heck was that all about? I wonder if it's a mission. Or maybe a reference to something. I don't know. I doubt it's a mission, because if you side with them, how are you supposed to get over here? So we have two passages. Let's save the game, because the autosave only works for the other side of the passage. So let's do it like this. And we're fighting. No, we're not fighting. Enter key was not fast enough. We are fighting. Weird that I was able to end combat, even though it's very clear that they are indeed fighting me. Let's see what I can do here. Okay. Should kill them all. Pretty good. Can hit you there. which then allows me to do this. Yeah. Not happy about that. Please kill you. Kill you? Please let me kill you. There you go. Yeah, I'm not happy about that because that threw my psi calculations out the window. Speaking of which, what can I do here? Oh, I can stun you. Oh, yeah. Absolutely doable. There we go. And almost killed you, in fact. And you're the last one. Okay. Yeah, this is... I really wanted to come over here, mostly because I don't know what happens to loot once you leave it out for too long. I think it just stays there forever. But I might be mistaken about that, of course. And I do want all of the loot. Mostly because of the oddities. Again, always the oddities. Okay. Some fish. They seem to have very standard loot at the moment. Staff spear for extra intimidation. And maximum side points. What? I'm getting that. What? Traps and lockpicking. This is just for intimidation? Really? Yeah, I don't need that. Actually, I have really no need of that because I am carrying... That's a 15 intimidation, but there's other things that I can carry for more intimidation. That increases my... Maximum side points increase is really good. Inside regeneration, this is really good. And it's a single-handed weapon. It's a good thing, thank you, by the way, for telling me in the comments that I should pay attention to these weapons, because I wasn't paying attention to them. And as it turns out, I should have. I'm still in combat, though. Can I not be in combat? There we go. Fortunately, we're not fighting these bisons, because they're very resilient to fire and to cold. Where's that corpse? There you are. How did I kill you? Oh, hi. Please let me just loot your fallen family in peace. Okay. And we have a bone hairpin, and this is the way forward. Yeah, I may have killed them by standing outside with my bike. Can't open combat for some reason. This should work. It did not. Oh, you jerk. Oh my god. Where are you going? Come back. And I can't move the camera by right-clicking when it's not my turn. And because I don't have a single computer screen, I have multiple computer screens. The edge of the screen scrolling doesn't work properly. It's very janky in that regard. I mean, it works if you don't want to be fast. So it doesn't work very well. Okay. Some good things, but nothing amazing. Yep. At least we're not fighting bisons. But also no oddities. Some leopard poison bolts. I tell you, crossbows are super powerful. They're powerful against you, but they gotta be so amazing to play with. I mean, apart from the fact that you have to... You probably want crafting to make the crossbow bolts that you like. But also, you just have to have a lot of them. A lot of the crossbows. Oh, sorry, crossbolts. Crossbow bolts. What are they called? Just called bolts. Sure. Okay. That stuff was me dropping, and there's something over here. And that takes us back to the other area. Might have been a better approach, but doesn't matter now. So there's two connections. Yeah, I'm going this way. And I'm going this way because there's that little spot over here that I don't know what it does. But also... There it is. But also, this is definitely the place I came around with, and there's the pile with a diopside. And that's another point of experience. And I think I didn't actually see if I completed the collection. What? A ferry rests... Oh, we have the ferry. It's a ferry boat. Of course, a ferry. Makes sense. A ferry rests lightly on the water, gently swaying from left to right. On its deck, a man, old in appearance, but appearance only, apparently, because I can tell by their appearance. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? When you look at a person and they look very old, but they look very young at the same time. So he looks very old, but he only looks old because he also looks young. He's walking up and down the deck busily, moving and sorting some kind of scavenged junk, and at the same time displaying swiftness and strength rarely seen in people of his age, which is a young age, by the looks of it. And everywhere he goes, he is being followed by a trail of smoke born of his pipe. "Who goes there?" he says, just before introducing you to his shotgun. Potential pellet recipient? "Those who are witty at gunpoint have stared down plenty of gun barrels, both as friends and foes. Which one are you?" I mean no harm, I just want to talk. "That's what they all say." Smoke erupts towards you, but not from the barrel of his shotgun. It which is the least of my worries in regards to things that erupt from the barrel of a shotgun. It obscures the lower part of his face, everything below the nose except for the lit end of his pipe. Above, his eyes still stare at you. He lowers his gun and grabs his pipe with his left hand. The glow in the pipe intensifies while the glow in his eyes subsides. His smile is slight, but he is quick to wipe it off his face. Fine, I won't blow your head clean off, but I'm not interested in talking to you either. I gotta move out soon. However, I got some scavenged material. I also changed his accent a little bit, I'm sorry. I got some scavenged material if you're interested in a trade. That much I do have. I'll take a look at what you got, but first, tell me where to find you. Maybe next time you'll feel a bit more talkative. He draws another smoke from his pipe and unleashes it upward. You know what? You newcomers really are a persistent bunch. I might actually need to start dispersing hot lead if I am to keep you at bay. I don't know where I'll be next. If you need my help that much, find me. Or don't. He blows some smoke right beside your face. Well, now, here's what I've scavenged just before you came. Huh. You want nothing to do with us, and that's understandable, but we're not leaving until we're done here. So the sooner we do that, the sooner you're going to... I don't know who we are, but anyway, you're going to see our backs. So please, would you mind postponing your next trip just a little bit and answering a few questions? He draws another smoke from his pipe, staring at you. Fine. Ask your questions then. What do you do with the more interesting things you find, like artifacts and various other oddities? Are you willing to trade them too? No. He blows some smoke upwards. Who are you? I'm a ferryman. Can I ask you a few personal questions? Forget about it, kid. I had some questions about the Black Sea. What makes you think I'd answer your questions? Gut feeling? Really? Then ask. What can you tell me about the local wildlife? There is only one thing you need to know. Everything here is out to get you. Everything. The solution is either to leave the Black Sea or to grow extra pairs of eyes and ears. I'm interested in the general geography of this place. There's a lot one can say about this place. A lot. But I'm not willing to talk about it at length, so I'll keep it brief. The central area is where the expedition camp is located. The Pirate Bay occupies the southern part of the cavern, while everything to the north is Stormbringer territory. The eastern section of the cavern is made of basalt rock and is just as lively as the rest of the cavern. That's where the geysers and the fetid marsh are as well, areas you'd best avoid altogether. This place seems to have a very rich and diverse flora. Where do I look for some of the more useful species of plants and fungi? There's a variety of species here. The most abundant are by far the water reeds, but there ain't much you can extract from them. The honey-stalks fruits contain useful chemicals and are also deceitfully tempting to eat, and you'd resist that urge if you value your life. Greenwort stew. These can be found all over the cavern, but are most abundant in the more dangerous places like the Fetid March and the surrounding areas, all Sturmbrunn territory. How much do you know about the history of this place, about the NFT facilities? Little. And it doesn't matter anyway. Tell me about the geysers. They're in the northeastern corner of the Black Sea. That's the basalt region. You'll know you're near when the ground turns all muddy and covered with lumps of salt. Much like the rest of the Black Sea, it ain't a hospitable area. The steam gushing out of the hot springs can cause blisters at great distances, and the only terrestrial residents there are crabs which have adapted to such extreme heat. Not even such conditions prevented them from building their facilities there. No. Them. He talks about them as them. That's interesting. What can you tell me about the Fetid March? The march covers the eastern area of the Black Sea, situated inside a basalt cave system, and is a breeding nest of locusts, serpents, and other things. The pirates go there to hunt and collect various ingredients, the Sturmbrunn as well. Those who have gone deep into the march and made it back in one piece spoke about seeing broken down mining equipment, machinery, and carts containing ore of various shades of green. Green stone. Sturmbrunn territory. What can you tell me about it? The northern part of the sea, land, water, and air, all of it has been claimed by the Sturmbrunn. All of it. From the western caves to the geysers to the east and everything in between, kid. And they guard it with unyielding fervor. Oh, I made them yield. They did the yield. The Stormbringer, or whatever. They are the Stormbringer, the Serpent-born. Right. Didn't we hear about that before? The Serpent-born. I'm gonna say Serpent-born from now on, because I don't know those letters. They are a tribe of proud, strong warriors, intolerant of weakness and fear. The outsiders in what they represent. These serpent-filled waters they deem sacred, and they'll punish everyone unworthy of entering them by spilling their guts for the very same serpents to feast on, or worse. Where did they come from? We all came from some place, kid. The same place, but here in this cavern they precede you and me, perhaps even the Muti community. For all I know, they could have been here since even before those who built these now ruined structures around us. The lives they lead, the values they hold, the things they believe in, it kept them in place for a long time, that I'm sure of. But they strive towards the deep, murky waters. They strive? What territories do they control? Again? He says that already. What can you tell me oh, no. That's not the same. The entire northern part of the sea, land, and water, from the pools to the east and sands to the west. Many villages, many serpent-born, many. But they rarely move south past the sea's midline. They do so only in the direst of times, like during great floods or to fight off invaders like the expedition. That's the reason pirates and muties are able to live so close by. Oh, maybe that's the expedition, that I was referring to. Occasional serpent-born outcasts sail south too. They gotta, but they never leave the Black Sea. Instead, they roam until the Hell's Gut finally swallows them. What can you tell me about their way of life? They lead simple, primitive lives. Yeah, as in opposition to everybody else whose lives are also primitive. No, actually, Core City has a lot of, social structure and whatnot. And of course, I'm mostly thinking about Junktown. Anyway, because, people are just there hunting and living. Focus on things that to them matter the most. They hunt, they grow livestock, hone their skills and crafts, practice their beliefs, and defend what is theirs. They are in tune with their environment, and even though high technology surrounds them from their birth until their death, they do not employ it. It is as though they recognize these ruins as monuments of decadence. Or maybe they recognize them as they worship them or something. Did we see that? No, we didn't. They have their own monuments. Whatever the reason may be, kid, one thing is certain. Everything they do emerges from and is guided by their worship of the serpent. Another word that I can't pronounce. They sort of remind me of and the biggest reason why I said they might worship them is because they remind me of the Airglan Fathans from Pillars of Eternity, because they also don't touch the ruins of the past, but they worship them. But anyway, let's talk about another faction. Oh, I can talk about all the factions. I will, just not right now though, because we're out of time. I'm off. See you some other time. He returns to his routine without saying a word. And I will return to my next episode, because for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.